Welcome back everybody. I know it's been about 6 months since our last video, but it's been absolutely manic at our training centre and on our automation side, but I'm back today and I've got a couple of videos lined up for you to tide you over for the next couple of months. And today and over the next couple of videos we're going to be having a look at Codesys. Codesys is a free software tool which is fantastic for those wanting to learn PLC programming, as they can download Codesys to their laptop, get it running, and it even comes with a simulator as well to test your work. Now what we're going to have a look at in this video is simply just how to create a basic program inside of Codesys, send it into our simulator and test it via the simulator. Then what we're going to do over the next couple of videos is we're going to have a look at Codesys and we're going to look at developing a program using things like timers and counters just to see how the basic applications work inside of Codesys. Let's get started today, guys. So what we're going to have a look at is we're going to have a look at the Codesys opening page first of all. So when we open up Codesys for the first time, this is what we'll see. We'll have the ability to create a new project, open a project, and open a project from a PLC or view recent projects. We're just going to go ahead and create a brand new project. I'm using version 3.5 Service Pack 18. If you go onto the Codesys website, you'll be able to download their most recent version from there. And like I say, there's a free copy of it. There is also a purchasable license too, but that gives you extra features. But if you're just looking to learn PLCs for the first time, or just get you sort of like get involved in working with PLCs, this is the perfect version for you guys. Let's just click on new project here, and what we want to do is I want to create just a standard project. We can go ahead and create an empty project and we can add all of our applications to this. We can go ahead and create an HMI project, but I want to go ahead and I want to create a standard project, and this will already create our PLC program, the main program tab for us. We're going to give it a name, and I'm just going to call this Chris Test. And that's your storage location of where this is going to be. So this is going to be inside of my Chris drive, inside of the documents. If I wanted to change it, I can do. We're just going to leave it as this. Just click on OK. It'll then open up Codesys, and it's very similar to things like RS Logix 5000 or Studio 5000, similar in specs to TIA Portal, even GX Works, as in it's got the project tree on the left hand side, instructions on the right hand side, work area in the middle. Now looking at this, we've got here our Codesys control Windows software that we're going to be using. That's the device that we're using. If you had a PLC, you could use the PLCs that they've got in here with their soft motion PLCs, I believe. You then got what do you want to write your ladder in, what do you want to write your program in, and we're going to select here ladder logic. There are other options as well, continuous function charts which are similar to SFC programming, your function block diagrams which are similar to what we use in things like the Logo PLCs or the Alpha PLCs for Mitsubishi and Siemens, etc. And you've also got things like structured text. What we're going to do is we're going to click on ladder logic diagrams, and then we're going to click on OK. When we do this, our new project will be created on the left hand side, and there it is there. We've got our device in front of us, this the Codesys Control Win X64, that's our 64-bit operating system for our Windows laptop here. I've then got my PLC logic over here, I've got my application, and we can see here there's my main PLC program created. You'll also see things like task configuration, and task configuration is very similar to task configuration inside of GX Works, for example, where if we create multiple programs, we then have to call these from the task configuration. It's similar to your call structure in things like TIA Portal or Step 7 Professional. So we can see inside of our task configuration, inside of our main task, that PLC program is being called. If we created more PLC programs, we would need to add them to that task configuration, but it's already done this one for us, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's just double click PLC program, and what we'll see at the top here is we'll see our variables at the top. And if we've ever done C programming before or Python programming before, this is very similar to assigning your variables inside of C programming, inside of Python programming, Visual Basic, etc. If we've worked with Step 7 or TIA Portal and we went inside of function blocks or inside of OBs, you'll usually have your internal addressing for this as well. Now because we're not working on a real PLC here, we don't have any input or output variables, we aren't going to use any physical addressing. All we're going to use is virtual addressing that's inside of this laptop, and it's going to be used inside of Codesys. And I'll show you how to create these variables later on, because it's pretty quick when you do this. Now what I'll do is I'll just drag this up a little bit so we've got more of a work area down here. We've got our toolbox on the right hand side, so you got your general tools over here. Now one thing about Codesys is it doesn't have every tool imaginable that a lot of other PLC programming software packages have. So for example, if you go inside of JXWorks, for example, there's quite a few different instructions that we can use inside of there. Same thing with TIA Portal that do all sorts of different things. Whereas in Codesys, we've got our toolbox, and the toolbox contains some of the most commonly used instructions that we use inside the PLC programs. So we've got our general, where we can create a new network, we can create an instruction box, or we can create an instruction box with an enable or enable output. We've also got things like a jump and a jump routine and a return routine. These are for things like subroutines. And we've got things like insert and new branches. If we open a Boolean operations, you've then got your standard ANDing blocks, your standing ORing blocks, math operators, your maths instructions, other operators over here like your move instructions. And if we go into our function blocks, there we've got things like our timer on delay, our timer off delay, our counters, our rising triggers, our falling triggers, our set, reset, set blocks. And inside of our ladder elements, there's all of the instructions once again, some of the most commonly used ladder elements, like our normally open contact, our normally closed contact, ORing contacts, coils, set coils, reset coils, timers, counters, moves, some of the most commonly used stuff when it comes to PLC programming. So we're going to be doing a lot of work inside of our general tab and inside of our ladder elements tab. So I'm just going to keep these guys open here. Now what we're going to do is, like I say, just create a basic program to show you how a latch works inside of Codesys, how to then send that to our simulator and test that out in our simulator. So I'm going to work inside of this new network over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to access my normally open and normally closed contacts from here. We can do it from here, but I'm just going to use it from the toolbar at the top. If I then just go inside of here and I click on the insert contact, it'll then insert my contact, and I can give this thing an address from here. So let's say I want to call this start PB. As I mentioned, it's not going to be wired to anything physical, so I'm not going to sort out any sort of addressing or any channels when it comes to addressing. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use variable addressing, which is used inside of our laptop. It's been given the name start PB. Its type is a Boolean, it's just going to be on or off, and it's going to be used for our PLC program. I'm not going to have this a constant variable, I'm not going to have this retentive or anything like that, so we're just going to say OK. And when we do this, we'll then see inside of our var tab at the top here, you'll now see your start PB being declared. And like I say, this is very similar to things like in C programming or Python programming. So if you've ever done that before, it's very similar to declaring your variables at the start of your programming and then calling your variables later on in your program. And you can now see there's my start PB. Now you'll notice a squiggly line underneath this. This is because this network hasn't been completed. Once this network gets completed, we'll then be able to update that and you'll be able to see that squiggly line disappears. So for me to now put in a normally closed contact, I just want to make sure that that there is definitely selected, and then I want to put in my normally closed contact from here, and I'm going to call this my stop PB and dump that into there. Again, it's just going to be a variable in this program here. It's going to be our stop PB, going to be our Boolean inside of our program. Say OK to that, and I'll put inside here a coil. And what we'll do is we'll tie this coil to our run flag and call that as well. And as I say, there you can see the variables all being declared. Now what I want to do here is I want to then add in an ORed contact. So over here you've got your ORed contact. If I then click on this, it then drops this down and connects that up here. So if I now just go into here and I type in run, I can then type in run, and now that's my program created. You'll notice no squiggly lines, we're ready to go from there. And when I start this push button here, the run flag will turn on. When I engage the stop push button, the run flag will turn off. So now that I'm ready to download this, what I'll do is I'll just save my work. All we need to do first of all is we'll go to build and we'll just say generate code. And what that's going to do, it's going to make sure I've got no errors, I've got no warnings inside of my programs, and you can see there at the bottom, build completed, 0 errors, 0 warnings, ready for download. So I can close that there. What I can then do is I can then go to online at the top, and if we then check simulation, so make sure you check simulation first. So I'll check that box there, and you can see down here we are in our simulation mode now. And then if I go back to online and then I go to log in, When I click login, this is effectively like our download to the PLC. So it says here that the application does not exist on the device. Do you want to create it and proceed with the download? Yes, I do. And now what it's going to do, it's going to send this program into my virtual PLC. And you can see at the bottom there, it says that we are currently in stop mode. So what we can do is we can change the operation of the PLC by just going to this play button over here or pressing F5. This is your start signal. If I click on the start signal, we are now in run mode and this PLC program is now ready to go. Now, because this is a simulation, what I want to be doing is I want to be modifying bits. And to modify these bits here, we can do this in several types of ways. One way is we can just double click the contact that we want to modify. And if I double click the start PB, you'll see it then has a true tag next to it. If I double click it again, it'll then have a false tag, and if I double click it again, it'll remove that modification from the PLC. Nothing happens just yet, by the way. This is just setting up the modification. I can alternatively go up to my variables at the top over here, where I see my start PB. Inside of this tab here, prepared value, I can then click inside of here for true, click inside of there for false, or I can click inside of there to disappear it. So either way, it'll be allowing you to modify the program. So I'll click inside of here to change this to true. Now, what I then want to do is I then want to write these values into the PLC. And again, you can do this in a couple of ways. We can right click the contact, we can go to write all values, we can right click up here and go to write all values, or we can go to debug and then we can select write values from there. So there's a couple of ways that we can actually trigger this from inside the program. The short key is Control F7 as well. So what I'll do is I'll use the short key, so we're not going to have the menu interfering with any of the program. I'll hold down the control key, I'll press F7, and what we'll see there is my run latch then turning on. If I double click my start PB now, it'll change it to false. Control F7 turns off the start PB, but there you can see that the run latch has triggered. Now, if I go to my stop PB, I double click my stop PB to set it to true. Control F7. That opens the stop push button, turns off my run flag. If I double click this once again, Control F7, that closes the stop push button, and then we're ready to activate our latch once more. And this is just the basic way of using the simulator and writing values to our variables that we've created. Once I've done this, I can then stop the PLC, or I can just log out. So I'm just going to go and log out of the PLC from here. I'm then going to go to online at the top, and I'm going to knock off my simulation, and now if I wanted to, I can close this bottom window and I can begin writing my code some more. So what we're going to do on the next video, like I say, this is just an introduction to what Codesys is. What we'll do is we'll put a link in the video inside of our description, a link to Codesys' website, and there you can download Codesys. You can try this out yourself and you can sort of follow along to these videos. So what we'll do in the next video is we're going to have a look at things like timers, and we're going to use timers to control some valves and pumps in our program and getting it working in the basic sequence sort of method. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm going to record that now, so you aren't going to have to wait another 6 months. If you want to learn more about PLC programming, you can do this online via our website at www.scantime.co.uk. We'll put some links in the description below. Alternatively, we also provide hands-on training where you will be able to get yourself an EAL recognised training certificate and a City and Guilds assured training certificate with our IMFFP training courses. Again, the link will be in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.